Alright, welcome to a video for section 7.1, which is on nets and drawings for visual geometry. So yes, we are starting geometry. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look. This handout will be on Canvas for you to print out. Okay, and you're going to put this in your notebook. Just follow the directions on Canvas. Okay. Alright, so we're looking at some different ways to visualize three-dimensional shapes. So that's our starting point here. Okay. And one of those ways is called a net. A net shows a three-dimensional figure as a folded out surface. Okay, and this folded out surface is two-dimensional, but it can be folded back up into something that is three-dimensional. So these are some 3D solids right here. This is an example of a prism, a triangular prism specifically. This is a cone. This is also a prism, although this one has a hexagon, so we would call this a hexagonal prism. Okay, so these are three-dimensional shapes, and if we sort of imagine they're made of paper and you take some scissors and you kind of cut right here and here and here and maybe here and here, and then you unfold it, it would look like this. So you see you have the two triangles and the rest are rectangles, and you could fold it back up and it would make a triangular prism. So that's what a net is. These are the nets for these different shapes. So that's one way that we can look at three-dimensional shapes. Another one is called an isometric drawing. Okay, an isometric drawing shows a corner view. So it works well for things that are not curved, things that have corners. So it shows a corner view of a three-dimensional shape figure. Okay, and to draw an isometric drawing, you can use something called isometric dot paper. And there's an example of it. So isometric dot paper. It makes it much easier. This is isometric dot paper right here. I've just copied a little bit of it. Okay, so let me show you what it looks like. So I have, for this example, I have this shape, and you're going to copy it basically, and it's deceivingly simple. It's once you get to it, you may start to get a little confused, but that's why we want to practice it. Okay, so I'm going to start with this part right here. These two lines, you can think of them. You basically want to. These are the corners here. You're going to be where your dots are. So I'm going to just pick a spot. I'll just start right here. Make two lines. Okay, so that's that side, and then I'm going to go to this way. Okay, and then you can see this is the top of the figure right here. So I'm going to sort of outline that part. All right, and then you can see we have these two blocks here that are kind of on their own, but then we have we have this block here. So let's go and extend this part right here to show this new block. Okay, and then you can see that we've got three blocks going this way. So from this corner, I'm going to go three blocks, and I'm just going to finish it up so it looks like the same three-dimensional shape. Okay, you may have noticed that I didn't exactly write in like all of these lines, and that's because it's going to be better for me to leave them undone for you to see the next kind of drawing. Okay, our next kind of drawing is the orthographic drawing. It is another way of doing three-dimensional shapes. It shows three separate views, can't spell, of a three-dimensional shape. Specifically, the three views are, the first one is going to be the top view. So imagine you're looking directly down. Then there is the front view. And then the third one is a right side view. Okay, now I'm going to color up this thing a little bit. Let me erase a little bit of what I've done. And so if you have highlighters or something that might be, or markers or something that might be helpful for doing this, okay? So I'm going to start with the top view. Okay, so for the top view, I'm talking about what you would see if you looked directly down. So you would see that. So you have to imagine you're looking from overhead, okay? You would see that, and then you'd see this L shape. Okay, so that's the top view. All right, so I'm going to sort of make an outline for that. So let's see, if I was looking directly on the top, I'm going to see two boxes here, and then an L like this here, okay? So that's my yellow part. So there's this part, which is this part right here, and then here's the L. Okay, and you can see it's not angled like an isometric drawing is, okay? All right, and now let's do the front view. Okay, so let's label what the front is. The front is this way. And then the right side is this way. Okay, so I'm going to choose a color for the front. Okay, so the front, if I looked at it directly from the front, I would see this little L here. And then I would see these two squares. Okay, so that would be the front view. So let's see what that would look like. So I'd see that L, and then I'd see two more. Now notice again, I'm not drawing these in because we want to see sort of the different sections. So like this is one section. They're on the same level, and then these are further back, and so they have like their own sort of level. So I'm separating those specifically. All right, and then the third one, let's do the right-sided view. Okay, so let's see. The right-sided view, if we were looking at it from this side, we'd see two pieces there. We'd see this one, and then this one. Okay, so let's see. So I'd see two on the top, and then I'd see two more. Right, here's this one right here, the one on this one right here, and then I'd see another one. Now from the orthographic view, we couldn't see how, this line just tells you it's on different levels. We don't know exactly what level. We would kind of have to use the other pictures to help us see how far apart they are. Okay? All right, that's pretty much it. So now I want you to practice this on your own. Okay, this is the second page. You have to match some nets, make some isometric drawings, and then question 7 asks you to make an orthographic drawing of number 5. So I'm going to show you the answers to this, but you're going to have to watch it in I want you to pause this first, and then I'll go over them, okay? All right, pause the video and give them a try. Okay, you tried these on your own, right? Okay, so let's check our answers. So the nets, our first ones here, we've got this is a prism. You can see the pentagons here. So you want to look for something that has pentagons to it. So like this is a pentagon, this is a pentagon, and so there's two pentagons. B has only one pentagon, but A has two pentagons. And you can see that then there's these rectangles, and so A is number 1. B doesn't have any pentagons. It has a sort of square. This is a pyramid, by the way. It's a square pyramid. And so that one's got the one with the square. It's C. B is number 3. We have a pentagon, but it's a pentagonal pyramid. And that one, you can see you only have one pentagon. So B is that one. All right, let's check the isometric drawings. So number 4 looks like this. Compare yours with mine. Feel free to pause it if you need to look at it more carefully. Here's number 5 and number 6. Okay, so you were asked to make an orthographic drawing for number 5. So let's take a look at number 5. Okay, we want to start with the top. So the top would see this portion, and this portion. Okay, so you see we got this part with 2, 1, and then 3. Okay, front. The front is this way. I guess you could think of it as the left, if it helps you. Okay, and then so we see this one little square up here, and then an L. All right, and then last we have right. So the right of this would be this longer L, and then this long piece here. So here's the longer L, and then this long piece. All right, that's it. Good job.